Hey y'all, hey. Thank you for tuning in. This is Venya me and more. Venya on some history, black history, TikTok. Today I would like to recognize two women that is a part of our history. I was browsing social media today and I came across a picture of two women. They were looking upon Abraham Lincoln in this picture, sitting side by side, and that means they're still with us. They're approaching darn near a century each. One is Jenny Jacobs and the other is Phyllis Pollitt. I came across it and I was like, I had to learn some more information about these credible women. I wanted to know more. I guess history is a part of us. I mean, it should be. And the great thing about it is, even though they want to take it out of our system, our school system, etc., it's still there at your fingertips. So I had to learn more information about these credible women, and what I discovered is nothing short of inspiring. So let's get into it. So first, I want to talk a little bit about Jenny Jacobs. She's 96 years old, and she has lived through some of the most transformative moments in American history. She was born in 1929 in Chicago, Illinois, and if you guys know, I'm from Illinois. And she grew up during a time of the Great Depression. She had to learn what we call resilience from a very young age, but also at the same time, her parents instilled in her and emphasized the importance of education and hard work. And they set the tone for her, the foundation for her future. So Jenny became one of the first, let's call her by her last name, because I'm trying to make sure I say their names correctly. Miss Jacobs, she deserves it, right? At a very young age, she was one of the first Black women to graduate from the University of Illinois with a degree in education, and that was in the early 1950s. After she graduated, she dedicated over 40 years of her life to teaching in the Chicago public school system, and that is where she became known for her ability to connect with the students and foster a love of learning. Her classroom wasn't just a place for learning of mathematics and reading, but it was also a safe place for children, especially students who were of color, that felt the opportunity to be valued and supported. She supported and pushed them through curriculum changes. She advocated for them for inclusion in, the African American history and literature at a time when it was largely overlooked. And where we're at today, right now, they want to kind of take it away. So she was one of the strong advocates for it. I will say that Miss Jacobs, she had a heavy impact that where she extended beyond the classroom. She helped with the civil rights. She was an actual advocate where she marched alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In Chicago in the 60s, and she helped to fight with desegregation in the schools and fair housing. She also was a community organizer where she co-founded a local tutoring program, and it helped to those underprivileged students so they can be able to prepare for school, high school, and college. She was also a mentor, and even after she retired, she mentored the young teachers and students where she was able to share a lot of her wisdom, and she encouraged, them and advocated for them for the educational equality. Now, what I will say is a direct reflection of her today is the simple fact is this. The push for African American studies to be included in the school curriculum is very important, right? It helped to increase the Black history in the classrooms, the presence of that, and a direct reflection of her early advocacy and determination to make the Black voices are heard in education. So, but this is the truth today. Some of those very progresses that she made and she fought for is now under threat. And across the country, there have been moves to eliminate or even restrict the African American history, the study, especially in the public schools and the curriculums. And so her story is a reminder for us in history that we can only empower us as we protect each other and protect that what we learn. And we got to be able to protect it from being erased. So shout out to Miss Jacobs for her contribution to the school system and the hope for a better tomorrow. Tune in for part 2 about Miss Phyllis Pollitt.